Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Talanta. I am Edwin Kuria and it's a Friday where we'll be looking at top stories ranging from leaked memos and blame shifts. The chairman Wafula Chebukati shifts the blame to his CEO Ezra Chiloba. Then we'll have an insight into songwriting. Let's look at the people who pen these hits and what inspires them. Then the importance of practical experience in what you're studying is in your journey for the career. And then we look at how the government still insists that Kenya will still host the African Nations Championships. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump straight to the headlines. We're talking about leaked memos today, and that was all the issues in the headlines yesterday. There was a memo that leaked from the IEBC from the chairman, Mr. Wafula Chebukati, addressed to Ezra Chiloba, which had 12 questions posed at him to explain elections irregularities. Now, there has been a lot of back and forth with claims that it's not a genuine memo, with claims that a lot of these things are showing the rot in IEBC. But my feeling about this is that you should clean your house, put your house in order. Don't air your dirty laundry out there, because I feel like memos, internal memos, are supposed to be confidential information, especially to any organization or a company. So the fact that someone is leaking, there's a great intention towards that. Away from politics, I want to take you to an issue that is integral to us. Here at the Talanta Eye, we take a keen focus on talents and how careers are shaped. And today in the My Network pull out in the Daily Nation, we have a string of young people talking about how they got their dream jobs. And these people are ranging from different professions. We have independent producers, we have a sculptor and a designer, we have a law student, we have a doctor, we have a teacher, and an accountant and several other professionals. But when you look at this story, because they all give a tale of how they get to their dream jobs and how they achieved that from school, there's one line that they all emphasized and took through. That was, you should endeavor to get some practical experience of what you're studying while you're still in school. You can see that's a range of several fields, but they all agree on one issue. You need to get your practical experience and skills while you're still in school. It helps your career and it helps put you on a good career path. I mean, we don't have that many schools in our country that emphasize on a lot of practical training. You'll find that most people do a lot of theoretical concepts and go to practice in their job places or in their places of work. However, not to advertise, but I know one very good practical training institute, and that's Talanta Institute. You should pay them a visit. They are located along Thika Highway next to Garden City Mall. Now, to a story that also made news earlier this week, and that's of witch doctors at Bamburi. We had two men who stripped naked all through, and it was alleged that it was a result of witchcraft, and that's why they had stripped naked and speaking an incomprehensible language. One of them actually had a forest cobra around them, and they were even bathing in muddy water. So turns out this was just a sham or a marketing ploy. You can rest easy. They are all behind bars and none of their witchcraft has let them out. So it's safe to say that witchcraft might still be a thing that is not necessary to believe in. Let's just move on from that and on to more talents. I like that the paper today is strewn with a lot of talents. The paper today is putting a focus on those who make the hits. And when I talk about those who make the hits, today I'm not talking about those who sing, I'm not talking about those who produce, but those who pen these hits. We have been having a great crop of songwriters. Some of them, you may know them for chanting their own hits, but what you may not know is that they are behind several other hits out there. So today there's a focus on the best songwriters that we have in the country, ranging from Pitson, Mr. V, Moji Shot Baba, Riga, Kolo of Bazukizo, and Bien Baraza of Sauti Sol, Sanaipai Tande, Regan Sarkozy, Lulu Kibaara, and Ben Soul. And these are people who are carving out a niche for themselves as songwriters in this country. Then on to sports. As we finalize our edition of Talanta Eye today, we have been looking at the developments happening in terms of Kenya hosting the African Nations Championships. I know we mentioned earlier that yesterday was supposed to be the day when the Confederation of African Football officials visit the country to see our preparedness for this, but because of the political climate, they pushed it to Monday. And we also mentioned that there are alternative countries that are ready to host this, and this is Morocco and Ivory Coast. However, yesterday the sports principal secretary, Mr. Peter Kaveria allayed all these fears and said that Kenya will still host the African Nations Championships, as there's the news about unpaid officials who worked to bring the IAAF World Under 18. It would be very good to have such a huge sporting event, because other than showcasing the best that we have in the sports field, it makes Kenya a sporting destination. We are known for several things, and we need to shine the light on all of these things. Let me know what you think in the comment section of the issues that are making news and forming discussions all through the week. And then also let me know issues that may have caught your eye that we've not talked about down in the comment section in all of our socials. The information is down below. So until tomorrow, this has been your edition of the Talanta Eye. Thank you for joining me.